Hello. Welcome all water fire cusps to this chakra reading for January. Guys, if you like this, hit that big old like button. Welcome back, Cancer, Leo cusp, Scorpio, Sagittarius cusp, and Pisces, Aries cusp. And for those of you who are new, welcome, welcome. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. At the end of the reading, just before the end, I will pull a couple of cards for each cusp sign, okay? So let's see what's going on with you. In the collective here, we do have the base chakra coming out, talking about that root chakra, talking about I need, and keeping your instincts right where they're supposed to be. Right on target, right? So this is where I need to ground myself. This is where I'm going to find my vitality. This is my survival needs, right? This is what I need. Talking about the universe over here. And it's crazy. I love this card though, because you can see the universe coming right through, right? You can see God watching over you. You can see the divine saying, hey, I see what you need. I'm giving you this opportunity to dance with the universe. I'm giving you this completion, right? Keep your root chakra nice and strong, right? That's the first chakra of the energy base, moving all the way up, as you can see from here, up on the wall. We go there all the way to crowning. Here we go all the way down to up, right? As we're moving up the line over here. But it's saying, I understand your needs. There is a need for the accomplishment. There is a need for completing this cycle so that you can walk right into what it is you truly need. Moving on. Absolutely. It says it's time to move on towards what it is you need. Leave behind whatever does not serve you. Let it go. Let it go. It's not there for you anymore. Order of Melchizedek. Your portal card is embraced by the light. Mission uncovered. Don't give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving towards your dream. Keep moving towards this completion. Okay? So, and let go. That's crazy. Yeah, move on, let go. Don't allow that energy there anymore. Don't let those people hold you back. Whatever it is that you need to do for your mission to feel like it's in the area where you need it to be completed, to move toward your dreams and what you need, what serves your purpose, you need to keep going strong. So, okay. No matter what pillar it is, it doesn't matter if it's, money, love, wealth, health, whatever. Right? You keep going where you need to go to. You're trying to build a business empire, build that empire. Go for it. Go for the dream. Okay, guys, let's see what it says in between here. It is time to move on. Take your stuff, take your bags, and move on and leave behind what no longer serves you. Self-care. This is for your self-care. If you have some unpaid debts, okay, you just keep moving on, paying what it is you need to pay, okay? But don't let worry, stress. Now we're talking about that energy, because we do have communication, but it's also blue. It's also talking about swords. It's talking about that mental. Do not allow that just to overcome everything in your life. Okay, don't allow that to become just your overall, downfall. We just pay the debts that we have and we move forward. And then we pay them again. But don't let it just become obsessive in your mind to keep you from feeling happy, feeling content. We all have debt, right? And some are bigger than others, and some are very worrisome. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? Some are way bigger than others. But just remember, right? You can get through this. Don't let that become your obsession. Yeah, dark side of wealth. Financial fail. For a lot of you, this is something that has to do with money and resources, which doesn't surprise me. I mean, we are in the root chakra. Money is a part of our security system. But don't let that become your obsession, right? Remember that there's other things in life. We have other pillars that we need to also make sure that we're doing, right? the pillar of health, for instance. This can work on your health, mental, physical, right? So don't let this just become, right, a place where you're just feeling like you're always stuck. That you're always stuck at this place of not, I need to pay this bill. Oh my God, I can't sleep at night. Oh my gosh, this, that. Okay. If you know it's not that and it's love or something else, you just go ahead and put that in there. This is a general reading. Use your discernment. But no matter what it is, it's saying do not allow this to become your obsession. That's literally all it's saying. Okay, because it's not healthy. It's not helping you to get to what you really need to have and what you really want. Right, and that is to close this chapter to get me through this area within my life. Okay, so it puts you into some kind of indecision and keeps you aimlessly drifting, and it can also keep you in a place of fear. Okay, and also the place of fear of change, meaning I don't feel like it's changing. I don't feel like this is ever going to change. I don't feel like this is ever going to happen. This is going to take forever. Okay, and the fear of loss. Through just self-discipline, right, you can really change this or this Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's in reverse, but you turn it right side up is what I meant to say. It's in reverse. It's saying sometimes I feel like I'm working without a reward because maybe all my money goes towards this debt, or maybe I feel like I'm working without a reward because it feels like I'm not moving up the ladder. Right, I'm giving everything in my heart and soul to something, and it just seems to be avoiding me. Don't chase it. Don't chase it. Because every time we chase something with obsession, we chase something that, we are just always frantically thinking about. That's obsession. Unfortunately, that becomes obsession, right? Because it's always on our mind. It's always there. It never goes away. It keeps me up at night. You're literally pushing it away, right? You're pushing it away. Instead of helping the situation, it's almost like you're digging a karmic trench. Okay, so let it go. You know what you need to do, right? And we'll figure out some things over here in just a second for each sign, okay, of how to help the situation. Okay, so that way you can feel happier. You can feel that vitality. You don't have to feel like I'm just stuck inside this hole of this is where it's, this is what's going on within my life. And try not to talk about it so much, especially, to others. Because what we speak is what we become. I know, because when we get into bad places, it seems like that's the first thing we want to bring in conversation about. Well, you don't really know because you don't have the debt that I have, and I'm just struggling over here trying to really get through this debt, and I got all this debt to worry about, and I'm in a really, really bad place right now, and I blah, blah. It seems like the first thing we want to talk about when we're in a really bad place is the bad things. So we're going to change and reprogram the mindset to not do so. It's not good for their environment either. So it's not good for you. It's not good for them, right? Unless they're trying to help you out in the situation. But then it comes to a point to where what's helping and what's hurting, right? Hurting you, hurting them. You know what I'm saying? So that's not for everybody, but that is for someone. Otherwise, we wouldn't bring it up, right? Because that's a lot of the things that we're doing, right? We bring it up every now and again because, that's what's going on and we need help in those areas. But if we're always thinking about it, is what I'm talking about, right? Right? You tell me and then we work on it and I give you what it is you need, right? And then you can talk to a friend about it and they give you what you need to help you out. That's different. But there's some people, okay, who are just on and on and on. We don't want to do that because we're actually not helping ourselves. We're actually hurting ourselves because we keep telling ourselves we're poor. We keep telling ourselves we're stuck. We keep telling ourselves this is what we are. We need to vibe out of that. We need to vibe out of that situation to where we start empowering ourselves instead of disempowering ourselves, because it's very disempowering because you're keeping yourself in the loss. Okay, so going straight to Cancer, Leo. This is food for thought. And take what what resonates, what doesn't resonate. We are also using shadow cards. Shadow cards are great because even if they're not 100% on target, they could trigger you to say, that's not it, it's this. Good. I'm glad. Now you got through your mental block. Now you know what it is. Write it down so that way you can work on it. Okay. Sometimes we don't know why 100, right? But then all of a sudden our discernment says, no, it's this. Oh, good. I'm glad you know that. Now you can work on that. Cancer, Leo, it says you have to have more self-discipline and watch your lack of direction. You might have a little bit of lack of control, okay, or a little bit of carelessness when it comes to the situation. Okay, so you're just going to really just take the reins back and kind of pull yourself back on track, okay, when it comes to the situation. It just feels like for a lot of you, it literally could be the path you're on is not good, and you might have to get off that path to go a different direction, okay? And then for others of you, it's your mindset, right? It's your mind is wandering. You're aimlessly drifting within thought, and you need to pull the reins back so that way you get yourself more organized to be able to get out of this situation, whatever this imbalanced situation is. Okay, whatever this is, because this says, remember, this is self-care and unpaid debts, strings attached, things of this nature, things that imbalance you. Okay, things that make you feel like you're kind of on a teeter-totter in some ways. Okay. Sitting within your own quiet truth and your own quiet power is going to help you within the situation. That way you don't feel, okay, like there's, loss of emotional control. So just thinking more. So for a lot of you, I feel like it's more thought. Thinking, this way, that way. Okay? Because you do have the swords coming out. Okay? Because all it does is just end up causing you some kind of heartache, some kind of emotional pain. Okay? Putting you in a place of maybe even depression, feeling like I can't get to this one place, right? Or just continuously put you into indecision, making you always feel like you're at a crossroads, not knowing which way to go. So pull your reins back a little bit so that way you can see which way you're going. Okay, so take it from a different perspective. Okay, so let's get a shadow card for you. Okay. I got 3 cards coming out, which is very unusual, but that's okay. We'll take them. I don't like taking really more than 3, but we'll take 3. 2 is usually my limit, but it wants you to see this deception. It's a slippery slope that erodes trust. Honesty builds connection and authenticity. So there could be some kind of where you feel like there's some deception by somebody around you who keeps you at a crossroads, makes you feel like I can't get up from this situation. Maybe you feel like, through whatever is going on within this situation, right, of the 6 of Pentacles, maybe it's your own self-deception, right? Maybe you're deceiving yourself through some kind of situation. And what kind of connection could be going on, or deceiving yourself by allowing yourself to tell yourself bad things. It's going to be different for everybody, but think about that. If you know that that's one of them and it comes to mind, then you know that's yours. Okay, so then we have judgment. Approach decisions with empathy and as snap judgments lead to misunderstandings. So watch people around you. It could have also had something to do with some kind of snap judgment. It could be something that, I snapped into this understanding and it caused this misunderstanding of how this is going to work, and it's not working for me. Okay, and that could be the one-sided situation as well, because remember, this is also giving and receiving, and it could also be of communication of maybe someone felt like they were overpowering you and dominating you within a situation, which leads you to, this is not going to work, but I need to go do something for myself because you're holding me back within this situation. No matter what, something's holding you back within this situation to get to your uncovered mission. It's saying, let it go so that don't worry about that, so we can move on to this new beginning. Mysterious shift. Personal growth will happen quickly and in ways you may not intentionally understand. Wow. So by getting rid of, anything that is hindering you within your belief system, it's saying you are allow the universe to push you into that chariot, push that boat for you, Don't just sit here. It's okay, or don't let this become your obsession or your crossroads. You see what I'm saying? Let's just move. Pack light. Let's go. Right. Wow, I love that. You're setting your sails over here. It says set your sails and let's go. Because no matter what, these will be taken care of in the long run, no matter what. But let's give it the opportunity to do so. Oh, okay. Let's move. Going straight to Scorpio, Sagittarius. You have the Hangman in reverse with the 10 of Cups in reverse. So it says delays, standstills, and resistance. So stalling is not going to... Really, your Scorpio side says do not stall and fence it. That couldn't be Scorpio. It's got to be somebody else. But no matter what, you do have... Pisces does that too, guys. So... It's a beautiful Pisces card. You're not the only ones. Pisces are bad at that as well. That's why the Hangman is a Pisces card. It's okay. Yeah, Pisces, I'm talking to you too. But anyways, but no, it's saying don't sit around and let this just hinder your thoughts. It's, you know what, could be a lot of domestic disharmony over here, disconnections. But it's time to really align yourself with what it is you truly want when it's coming to maybe a relationship for you guys. It feels more like this one might be, remember I said this could be a relationship as well. Because I did feel that it might not be money, but it could be dealing with someone. Now we do have relationships. For a lot of you, it could be. And it could be even relationships when it comes to money. Money and relationships, bad money, not having enough can really put a hurt on family relationships, because now we're arguing about how much money we're going to pay, how much debt we're in. And, instead of trying to get together to sometimes solve the problem, it could be that one has, you have an answer, they have an answer, but we're not coming together to fix the answer, right? So that could put a real strain on relationships when it comes to marriages and just relationships itself. Okay, so it's saying just watch how you're doing this and make sure that you are, patiently, if it's within a relationship, patiently listening to each other and not having misunderstandings, okay? Try to pull that connection back together with love and using the heart chakra. Trying to really guide each other into this, area where we can have a better understanding. If it's just by yourself, it could just be that you're in a really bad place. Maybe your family members are noticing, right, that you have pulled away, that you're stalling, that you're hesitant, to call back, doing things like that. Okay, so take it how it resonates. Use your discernment. Let's see. Your shadow card over here is power struggle. Desire for recognition or the need to assert your authority over others. Be careful about that, because that could be where the power struggle is coming from. Is that maybe you're being over powerful about the situation and you're pushing too much of what your belief is on how we're going to do something. Could even be a power struggle within your own self. And a lot of times it starts within ourselves, and then it pushes outward to our loved ones. And the next thing you know, you and your husband or you and your wife are having this power struggle together, because you are, what I'm saying, internally having it as well. So it says make sure that you are getting back to the instincts, right, and trying to solve this, by just kind of being in hangman mode and seeing the bigger picture to the situation. Indecisiveness, yes, here we go with that indecisiveness. You fear making the wrong choice, but learning to trust your instincts brings clarity. Now, this is the card of instincts. So it's saying, yes, make sure that you are looking deep and diving deep into the situation before coming out with any, real true conclusions. Okay, because that's what the hangman is about. It's about pushing yourself down, getting insightful within the situation, and then going through the pros and cons. And like I said, if it is making a power struggle between you and your loved one or a family member, whoever, at least you're becoming more clear about the situation, so it doesn't feel like you're overpowering everything. But make sure that you are also listening to their side, right? Because we don't want to have, now we're going to have this, we're not on the same page, right? When it comes to the situation. They're not listening to what I'm saying, or I'm not listening to what they're saying, but we have to come together to be able to listen to one another so that way we can move on from this situation. Okay? So, and if you know it's something else, then you use that, right? That's that aha moment. And that's, like I said once before, that's what they're meant to do. They're meant to open that up. And yes, you can get fearful and be like, that's not it. It's this. Good. You take that energy with you and you push that down on a piece of paper and you go wild with it. Okay. Okay, let's see. And going straight to the beautiful Pisces Aries. Oh, having the ambitious to, you have this ambitious drive. You're just like, I'm freaking done here. Wow. You know, you're taking it this whole different route. Yeah, you know what, you're so like overwhelmed with all these choices and all these things, and you're like seeing your lack of purpose in this situation. It's like you're driven to succeed over here. Okay, it's like, but I love it though because you have the, you know, you have the cups over here. They're just saying, I'm going to take this Pisces fantasy land over here that I'm in. I'm putting myself into Pisces mode, and I'm going to, you know, kind of put myself into kind of this fantasy underwater world kind of situation, so that I can look at the pros and cons and all the different choices of the situation, because I'm like sick and tired of being here. Wow. You're manifesting a lot over here and finding the skill to be, you're like so driven, like far beyond driven from this situation. You're tired of the disappointments. Yes, you are tired of this. You are like trying everything in the, I mean, you're just like a recovery to, yeah, far beyond driven over here when it comes to this loss. Looking at every way in the world to improve from this situation. You're sick and tired of being out in the cold, whether it's a love situation or a financial situation. It's like you're taking everything. You're definitely, with all the cups over here, you're definitely taking this to heart. One, you know, not even one step at a time. I mean, literally, like I'm so over this. Okay. Be careful of impulsiveness, though, because the Aries within you, you guys, it could be also because you're so far beyond driven. It could be the Pisces, right? Because, or the, I'm sorry, the Aries, because you guys all have fire inside of you, right? So when you know, when the water takes over and it, you know, and it's like, you know, your heart opens, you know, and that water wants to come out because it, you know, it wants to compromise everything and it wants to get to the heart of the matter. But when that fire comes up, and this is for every, like I said, every one of you, that impulsiveness wants to really come through, right? So, and especially being Aries, and Aries is the most impulsive of all of them. Um, but you all have it. But I really feel like even though you have this air in you, and some of you may actually have this Libra inside of you that's getting impulsive as well. Um, because Libra can be an impulsive sign for air. Um, I just kind of be careful of that though, because do not allow that impulsion to take over your thinking. Because I get it. There's a lot of drive. Just make sure that you're using your heart and your root chakra to really get you to where you need to be. Okay. Because fire moves fast and furious as well. That's why I'm saying be careful of that though. Adaptability, thinking outside of the box and finding creative solutions to the life's challenges. And that's what I think you're doing right now because of the Seven of Cups in reverse, where it's saying I'm getting into this kind of fantasy. I'm really thinking about things. I'm using my creativity. I'm going to get in there. And you know, that fire creativity is also coming up. But yet that dreamy water is coming through, which is very good because you're using both your elements very well, right? So you are definitely thinking outside of the box to really push this. But like I said, just watch that impulsiveness. Don't let it all of a sudden push you to the point to where you end up burning yourself. Fire burns, right? If we jump too fast to where we're not really 100% thinking about which direction we're really going in, we could end up burning ourselves, right? Hurting ourselves more than than helping is what I'm trying to say. So it could start really helping, but then all of a sudden it's like, ouch, something happened. I moved kind of, you know what I'm saying? I moved kind of wrong. Didn't see that coming. Yeah. So it says discernment. Don't run from difficult emotions. Sit with them and allow them to shift. That's literally pretty much what I'm kind of saying, right? Don't jump so fast that you're going to burn. Okay. So make sure that you're still using your discernment. Make sure that you're, instead of your impulses. Okay. And that will keep you grounded. So make sure that you are very grounded. And that goes for all of you. All of you. Because as soon as you figure out where you're going on your mysterious shift, Cancer, Leo, as soon as you figure out where you're going, Scorpio, Sag, you might have this impulsive shift. Okay. And don't get ahead of the game. Okay. Because like I said, fire wants to come up, especially when you guys are getting back on track. That, fire energy really wants to come in, right? To really set the tone. Right? Because it wants to set you on fire to get you really moving. It's like, I get it, right? I got this piece. Now I'm ready to rock. Just be warned where you're putting your next foot. Okay. Because I see for your overall card for all of you, dude, is the Ace of Wands. So there's going to be a lot of fire that's going to come up in this situation. As soon as you get to where it is you truly need to be. I mean, all of you have beautiful water cards coming up. I mean, Cancer, you have Cancer, you have Pisces, you have you have Scorpio. I mean, you see what I'm saying? And then you all have these fiery cards coming out as well, right? So, you're setting this tone, right? You're setting this tone for this new improvement because the universe says, I'm ready for you to rock. Okay. So then you're going to really set your intentions. You're going to really start manifesting and seeing your manifestations really developing. And why? It's because of the ambition. Because the Page of Pentacles is very ambitious. Okay, he's setting those desires of his manifestation. So there is going to be a lot of ambition for all of you. And these are the overall cards for all of you. Okay. So you're ready to accept this wand. You're like so over it. And all of you, we're going to come to that conclusion once you figure, what's going on as you're adapting. Okay. You guys are amazing. Love you all. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.